Oh,
Sorry.
turn down to fast. Oh, Tattastic's gone again.
No, it's still on mine, don't worry. He's still there.
I'm not worried.
Okay. Anyway, as we are ready, it's time to move over to the podcast.
Woo!
Oh, look at all the green! Haha!
Hey?
I've made everything green. I've got powers.
Made it all green.
Everything's green. So I've got green borders. I've got green. You know where it's got the "Welcome to the CTG Podcast" at the bottom? That's green. And more importantly, the logo in the middle is pretty. It is the Gentleman Creeper logo.
Ah,
I did say I was going to do it, and I did.
you did. It's
Yeah.
Gentleman Creeper Day in it today.
No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, if people don't know, tomorrow is Gentleman Creeper Day. The day that I have named my day. Why? Because I can. Well, anyway, as always, hello, fellow cravers, and welcome to the CTG Podcast, episode 141. It is Wednesday, the 26th of April. As always, you have me, GD, half asleep GD. I can really feel it at the moment. You got Ryan, and you
Hello.
got Tattastic. How are you,
All
Ben?
right.
You reeled that off pretty well, though. Oh well, thought you was going to stumble or ask one of us to do it.
No, I like to point out, because I've done that so many times, it's like I've actually got a voice recording on my phone of it.
I was
didn't say any of
practicing in
that,
the car
mate.
today, just especially for it.
Sorry? A little card?
Today, on my way to work, I was practicing in my car.
Oh.
Like, hello, fellow cravers, and today, as always, you got me.
No, if you want to do it, go ahead. Go.
Yeah.
No, that's it. That's as far as I could remember.
The rest,
And my
nah,
name's
that's
Judy.
it. All you got to
This
remember is the
episode
Hello Fellow
141.
Cravers. It's the podcast, whatever number the podcast is, what the date is, and then introduce everybody.
Oh, I struggle with what the date is.
It's the 26th of April. I think
Yeah.
it's a Wednesday.
I thought it was 24th all day.
I was struggling yesterday though. I didn't even know what day it was. Is it Tuesday? It feels like a Tuesday. It is a Tuesday. Ah. But yeah. If people didn't know, yesterday was most of yesterday was Descent into Insanity 2. That is why I feel very tired-ish today. I've had good sleep though. I'm happy with that. Felt really rough when I woke up though.
What time did you go to sleep eventually?
So we ended not the podcast, sorry. We ended the live stream at, I think it was around about near 10 o'clock, wasn't it?
Well, you
Yeah.
did about 25 hours in the end, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I felt like I needed to do that extra 3/4 of an hour because of the
Yeah.
issue that we had before Outlast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was near enough 25 hours of doing that. Plus, I think I was already up for about, I would say, nearly 12 hours before we actually started the stream.
Yeah.
So, looking about, I did about a day and a half, if anything,
Yeah.
of constant being up. Yeah, so I think it was around about 10 o'clock we ended the stream. I think I went to bed about 10 minutes after that.
Really?
I think I fell asleep.
I thought,
about-
because you said you was going to have a wind down, didn't you? I thought it'd be half an hour or something like that.
Yeah, my wind down turned out about 20 minutes and I was fast asleep. No, like I said, it was night. I was asleep. I think I was asleep. I had about 12 hours of it, and but I felt really rough today. I have really felt really rough. I think the aftermath of it is now hitting me.
All right.
But I'm happy. Like I said, I'm happy that I did it. I think this time round was a lot easier than last year.
Yeah.
A lot easier. But I think it was mainly Ryan, you was there most of it as well.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't there at all last year.
Yeah. Well, I think
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of it that I didn't have someone there with me.
Hmm.
But I think it wasn't just that. I think it was also. Well, by the way, I want to thank everyone who did show up in the chat, in party as well.
There was a lot of
and
people,
who
wasn't there?
donated as well. Thank you so much for doing that. Like I said, it was for special effect. We have got it in the chat box as well that is still rolling around. How you can donate. Donations are still open for it. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I think it wasn't just the people who were there. I think it was also the games that I was playing this year as well.
Yeah.
Because I think I really felt it last year was when I was doing Forza Horizon 2. I think I've constantly told the story of me basically coming back into a daze, realising I was in a car, still accelerating into a tree. I wasn't going anywhere.
I think Minecraft was a bit tough for you, wasn't it, as well? Except for the gliding parts, you had to use a lot of concentration, but Minecraft's music, that's why I used to send the kids to sleep.
I think it wasn't Minecraft that really got... I think it was Ukulele, I hate to say that. That really was a rough spot just there. I think it was more because I was... There's
a lot of reading in it, isn't there?
Yeah.
I mean, you read to go to sleep. That's what most people do.
It's not that. I do recommend people who ever do a 24-hour stream of anything and you're doing multiple games, I recommend try and stay away from open world games because or if you are doing an open world game, do it earlier on into the stream because it does take a lot of concentration for those, and if you haven't got it, which, be honest, after when was I haven't even got my sheet anymore of my times. Oh, yes, it's over there somewhere. I think Ukulele was about. It was the second quarter into the actual thing.
Was it before or after Hitman?
It was after Hitman. So it was
about
5 to 7. Yeah.
5 to 7. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was. I recommend do it early on if you're doing open world, or just ignore them full stop because it does take a lot of concentration. If you haven't got concentration, you're pretty much blown out. And it is especially if you don't have anything that you've got to do in it as well. It is quite a struggle. I think the same with Horizon Zero Dawn. I think I would have struggled there if I wasn't. We was talking about something. I don't remember what it was.
Horizon Zero Dawn, I just basically took the piss out of.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Which is what I do with Horizon Zero Dawn anyway.
But anyway, guys, what was your favourite bits of it, what you saw of the Descent into Eternity?
I think we both got the same idea what our favourites were.
Was it Use Your Words?
Outlast. Outlast was definitely, because, I mean, you didn't hear us, but we had a separate, like we did with your Alien Isolation.
I knew you guys had a separate, what's it called, because you kept on putting in
chat.
Us. Hey, Tattastic, Kev, do you want to join me in party chat? I'm thinking, you dicks, I know what you're talking about. You did it with Alien Isolation.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
but what you should do is next time, if you're ever going to do a horror game, which you are going to do, you should put us in your party, but mute us all, because, like, for instance, people that haven't got Xbox, they can't join in the party chat or couldn't hear us. There was, I think, Paul was wondering what was going on, but he doesn't have an Xbox to join in, so yeah, I think that would be good.
So
it was hilarious. It was.
Mute you all, because then what is the point of me being in the party chat?
Because if you're in the party chat with us, our party gets broadcasted, doesn't it? It's all right.
No,
it
doesn't.
It does. Oh no, it doesn't. Because you'd mute us, and then
no one else can hear you. Yeah, you got to remember, I don't do it for yours. I do it for the PC.
Mute your TV.
Oh, he's muted us. I don't think.
Mute your TV, innit?
You do. 1 minute. I've just got to explain something to Ryan here.
There'll be a way you can figure it out.
No, there isn't a way. The only way I could actually do it is split, but then people won't be able to hear you. You got to remember the way that, like for example here on the podcast at the moment, the way you can hear me, I've got my own separate controls for my voice compared to what you guys have got, because it's not listening to your voices, it's listening to what is coming through the PC.
Yeah.
So, for example, I think there's an input and an output, that's it.
Yeah, but if you was to turn your volume down on your earphones,
then I won't be able to hear the game.
That's the point.
Which that's what the problem was.
I'm sure if anybody could figure it out, it'd be you.
I couldn't hear the game, and I'm thinking, I can't really do Outlast. I need the sound there to know what the hell is going on.
Anyway, regardless of all that, it was hilarious taking the... It was just pissed out of you. I mean, I think there was one point where you was roaming around and Hanksy was just laughing his head off. And I think I could hear Heavenly in the background saying to help him. So I ended up sending you a message saying, just go up. And then you ended up going up.
I know, I was stuck there looking around and thinking, I'm not scared of this part. I just don't know where the hell I'm supposed to be going. And the thing is, I was thinking, I don't want to get too close to those guys because they were just on about wanting my liver.
Yeah. They're your naked friends.
Oh, penis friends.
Your penis friends, how you... we all said naked friends. You're the one who brought up penis friend.
I like to say, what are you doing this to? We're talking about Descent into Insanity last night. And I like to point something out. This is how dazed I was when it came to Outlast. They kept on saying, oh no, you're the one who said penis friends. I don't remember calling them penis friends.
Also said you need to get your ball bearing.
I do remember saying that bit, but I don't remember the penis friends part.
Ryan's helped my first class already said, go up, and you went upstairs. No, not up there. I was like...
Shimmy, penis friends are the best type of friends. How it happens? You touch the tips.
Oh, Shimmy! Is Shimmy in chat?
Shimmy's in chat.
Shimmy was also in Outlast as well, wasn't he?
He was all over.
There's Shimmy. There's another Shimmy. I like Shimmy. But talking about Outlast, I might as well mention this now. I think on Saturday, did Hanksy say at the end of the stream he's supposed to be doing Drunk Hanksy again, and he's playing Outlast 2. Now, I remember Heavenly saying, was I a Ryan? Yeah. Yeah, but I remember Heavenly saying to me, I can't watch any Outlast 2 stuff, but I would have to edit Hanksy's stuff. So does that mean I can't edit Hanksy's stuff?
Oh, no. You seemed like you forgot pretty much everything you'd watched on Outlast last night, though.
Yeah, I did. I think the only reason I remember the, what's it called, the thingamajig, the basement, is because I've not long edited your stuff, which is coming out on Thursday.
I thought you did that, because you did the exact same thing I did, which was run back and... Because it was like you just mimicked the video.
Yeah, well, it was half mimicked. I think because, like I said, if people don't know, tomorrow Ryan played Outlast himself, but we're calling it Ryan's gone down to the CTG basement. That's who's down there. It's Shimmy.
That's why he's not been on.
That's why he's been hiding in the basement. We should really let him out for some air someday.
No, don't, because we let him out last week and see what happened.
Last week's podcast, aren't you, Tattastic?
We're pretty gutted that you didn't scream like a girl yesterday, though.
Yeah.
With everybody watching.
I'm going to say this now, but there's a reason why I don't like Outlast and why I'm not looking forward to Outlast 2, and especially any games that came off that kind of horror. It's not the fact that they scare me. It's I'm sorry, Shimmy. Shimmy, you know we love you here, mate. But seriously, stay out of the basement. But the reason I don't like the games like Outlast, Outlast 2, and any of those kind of horror games isn't the fact that they scare me. It's the fact that that's what I would not do in that kind of situation. This is why I prefer Resident Evil 7's way of doing it over those ones. The thing is, it's not like a fight or flight reflex, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would be more towards the fight, not the flight side of it.
Like you was with Resident Evil.
Like I was with Resident Evil. It's like those grimaces. We have got to stick with that name with that. They are grimaces no matter what.
Yeah.
I basically ran at them with the knife at one point.
Whereas I just fucking legged it.
Well, even you could see it a little bit in Outlast as well, where there was the big guy. The thing is, I saw every time I knew the big guy with the chain. That reminds me, if you know your WWE, Braun Strowman. I've talked to two people who don't really know much about WWE.
Big Show.
But it's like the guy with the big guy in it near the end of it.
Big Show.
Yeah, let's go with Big Show then. That'd be a lot better.
Yeah.
I know the Big Show.
There was times where I knew I couldn't run into him because I know I couldn't kill him. But when I knew I was pretty much doomed, I was like, "Come on, then."
Yeah.
I don't know how many of those men you called a dick, though. It was funny as. Oh, you dick! Every time one found you.
I don't know. You stayed pretty far away from that guy who was in the straitjacket and blindfolded. What did you think he was going to do to you? He doesn't do anything. He just walks up to you and follows you.
I just had a feeling that just knowing how Outlast works,
yeah,
that thing was going to jump at me.
Yeah.
I think there was a part of it that did actually scare me quite a little bit, was when I was going through the gap, and then the thing that basically turned around the corner looked at me, hello! Thinking, oh my god, will you... Oh, you're just a scared little person, aren't you?
Oh, that was Shibby! But there was, I think the best time was when you was in the locker, and me and Hanksy were just wetting ourselves laughing because we know full well that big guy, he checks lockers. And you just saw him walking slowly towards you.
Quick question, how did I get around the big guy? I don't remember this. This is the bad thing, and I can't check it at the moment because... Well, I've looked at the YouTube footage because we have got all the footage, by the way, for this. Yeah. Nice. The Outlast stuff is already processed. Same with the Jackbox Games stuff, because that's where we had to cut the stream. But you know the rest of it was about 21 hours. Last time I checked, and that was just before we started the podcast, it's still processing.
Yeah, that'll take a while.
That's not going to be done until the end of the week, is it?
No.
I'm looking and thinking, I cannot really download all that because I don't think I've got enough space on my PC to download all that.
How are you going to do that then?
I think I might cut it up in YouTube and then...
Oh, can you do that in YouTube?
Yeah, it's got an editor where I think I'm going to cut it up and then just use them as new videos and then pull them down as separate things.
I can't really remember how you got past him, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't either.
What, in that part when he got
I
through
remember.
the lockers?
I remember how I got past him. So, like you said, he looks in the lockers. I think it was the second time around. I went and hid in the locker again, and he found me straight away. He hurt me once, and then I ran away from him.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember now.
Yeah, I remember, and I think that's how you're supposed to do it.
No, there's a bed.
There was
something
a bed.
you can hide behind. No, something you can hide behind further to your left. Whatever.
Either way, I got by him. And more
Got by him? You did more in Outlast than I did playing Outlast for 3 days.
Oh, yeah.
Say that was your first playthrough. It pisses me off.
The good thing about this, because like I said, I've had
Ryan
in my ear most of
And
that
then
24
you
hours.
stop streaming at the point I'm stuck at!
That's why you was going no.
That's why I was going no, because I wanted to know, because you'd done everything else pretty quick. I mean, there was a part where you were running away from bad guys, and you're constantly running away from bad guys, and then you do a jump over this thing, and you think, oh, everything's great, everything's all over. And then it starts again. And that was a bit I was stuck at, because I was like looking around, and you looked up straight away and hopped over.
Stop. Do you know what? I actually do know where you got to go in that part. So you know.
Well, I know now. I
You
sort
know
of
now.
think
You've done it now.
there's a shifty box thing in it.
That box that I looked at that was near the door, near the end of it.
Yeah.
You're supposed to push that out the way and then go through that door.
Yeah.
That's how you get by that bit.
Because I know that there's a lift that you need the key for.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I like to
I'm
point out,
you know,
I know these bits because I know, with Outlast, I know few little bits of it, but going through the whole game, I don't. That's why there was parts of it I was looking around thinking, right, it's like where I was trapped between penis friends. I was thinking, what am I supposed to do? The only reason I knew about the window was because you had to do something like that beforehand, didn't you? But then when I went through it first time, I thought I stabbed myself from the window.
Yeah.
But it turned out that one of those guys actually stabbed me. Absolute dicks, in my opinion. But
That's because you were checking out the dicks.
No, I wasn't checking out the dicks. I was trying to avoid it, thinking if anything's going to cut this stream short now, it's going to be this. And lucky for me, I did actually put it as Outlast in the thing by the end of it. But yeah, like I said, talk about Outlast 2 again. We'll say this now. On Saturday, Hanksy is supposed to be doing a stream, Drunk Hanksy again, and he is playing Outlast 2. So I recommend go and enjoy that. So far, he's done Outlast and he's done Slender.
Slender Man.
Yeah, they're great videos to watch. They happen few and far between, but they are brilliant to watch. And
we should do what we did with you.
What's that?
Set up a party without him in it.
But you also mentioned a little bit about Alien, didn't you? Not long ago. About, like you saying, set up a party like that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I've heard, and I'm looking if I can find the story about this. Oh, here we are. Alien Isolation 2 might be in the works at Creative Assembly. It's a rumour at the moment. So,
nice.
So the rumour mill is turning, and today's morsel points to Creative Assembly possibly working on a sequel to Alien Isolation. PlayStation Universe cites a quote from next month's official PlayStation magazine issue, in which the magazine states that their sources tell them that after work is finished on Halo Wars 2, a new Alien game may start development over at Alien Isolation dev Creative Assembly. So, if people don't know what Alien Isolation is, first of all, go and watch those videos. They're fun, and now you will understand my hatred of windows and doors and mannequins.
Your hatred for Windows is a completely different hatred why I hate Windows.
Yeah, because Microsoft. Boo. Has he froze? Have you both froze? I think we've all froze.
On your screen.
Yeah, we all froze there for some weird reason. Windows. Welcome back.
You bad-mouthed them.
Windows.
No, we've got to be careful. I've learned, do not bad-mouth certain things. I just realised we're on Skype that's owned by Microsoft. But yeah, so Alien Isolation was received pretty well on release, and even though Sega was disappointed with the game's sales, Creative Assembly's Tim Heaton hasn't ruled out the possibility of a sequel. So, would you guys like to see an Alien Isolation sequel?
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, much more than a Halo Wars sequel.
Yeah, I think the sequel that nobody asked for. Seriously, no one was asking for that. Even Microsoft wasn't asking for that, but they didn't have another Halo game to put out. And they felt like it was running a little bit short. Shiri says here, Paul, he needs your shirt.
It is a cool top.
No!
Zombie.
Twitch.
Zombie adventure time. Zombie time.
Have be careful with you, Paul. You've already had one 24-hour stream ban. No more.
Won't ban you, they'll won't ban me, they'll ban CTG Podcast.
Yeah, not a good thing. That's one.
I'm allowed to get my boots out on the floor.
That, Paul, this is one of your host channels as well. Yeah, I would look forward to seeing Alien Isolation 2 myself, even though I haven't completed the last one. But I would like to say that the last one is a great game. It wasn't scary, in my opinion. It was more of a frustration. Why can't I get by this bit when I did it? Yeah, and don't boycott CTG Podcast.
Why is it boycotting it?
I don't know. What
you should be joining it. How come he didn't come on tonight?
Because I thought he was busy tonight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And plus, I get to put that nice T-shirt at the bottom. That's the Into Insanity in a Nutshell T-shirt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I like
that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
That way.
Pretty much.
Way around it is.
Shimmy, do you want to be on next week's podcast? Whoa, 1 minute. Yeah, I did ask you, Shimmy. I asked. I'm going to say this now. I asked Shimmy if he would host this week's podcast because of
Host it.
Yeah, but he was too busy.
You've seen what happens when you host it. You just get a big GD face on the screen.
When was it? I think it was. I actually have the text.
It was. Gonna text shame, you know.
Text shame, mate.
Can hold up to his camera. Look, here he is. Saying, no, I'm too busy.
It was the 29th of March. Yes, it was ages ago.
Oh, you should have done it as well, because when you went on holiday and Shimmy was hosting it was awesome. It was a great laugh. And I couldn't join in.
Well, yeah, Shimmy, I have to go. No, don't go. I'm sorry. I blame sleeplessness. And
back to the basement.
Don't go back into the basement. Seriously, we've really got to drain the water out from down there. And the power cuts out too easy nowadays. I think there's some weird, creepy priest guy down there as well, cutting the power. It's not just that. I hate sending Ryan down there every time.
I hate going down there every time. It scares the shit out of me.
Yeah,
I can't believe you were so calm. I mean, I know you were terrified because you said so, but you didn't scream or shout or... Well, I think you jumped a few times, but...
I'm sorry I wasn't...
I screamed my face off.
I'm sorry I wasn't as scared as you thought I was going to be.
I'm just sorry that you weren't as scared as I was, because
yeah,
that way you would have made me look a little bit better. To the point where I had to turn mine off because I was afraid the police were going to show up at my door because the neighbours thought a girl was screaming next door.
Well, I had a ton of fun doing it anyway.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm happy that it wasn't Outlast 2, in a way.
Yeah, because that's a lot scarier.
It's not that. I think it's also that... The thing is, I would say with Outlast, I did have a bit of understanding what was going around with it. The thing is, I've seen other people doing it, and it's been, I think it's about 2-3 years now that game's been out.
Yeah.
Thanks to Ryan for saying I'm a good host. You're a good host.
You are.
No, seriously, you'll be the one.
I just wished I could have joined in those couple
Shimmy,
of times.
you are always one of the first people I do ask if I need someone to host.
But careful, I'm after your spot. I've been rehearsing in my car.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's only a couple of things that's Ryan missing, and that is the ability to host it. Technical wise.
No, I wouldn't be able to do it at all.
It's like, hi, welcome to the CTG Podcast. No.
I just need a tub of sentence glue.
What the hell is happening? I think we've been... Just looking at the chat at the moment.
Wow, what's going on?
I say, I'm sorry, viewer. The stream you're searching for cannot be watched in your reality. Please stand by for reconnection. From the darkest depths of cyberspace, there is another world, a lost dimension, home to wonders unseen, terrors unspeakable, stories unlike any other told until 9. Do not.
What was he reading?
Do not reload. We have reconnected to Dimension 404. 404, man. Oh.
Instead of error 404, you got that.
Yeah, that's just came up in chat.
Okay. In what chat? Facebook or Twitch or Beam?
That one was Twitch. Yeah, that's all right. That's interesting. Anyway, like I said, I had my descent into insanity. What did you guys do this week anyway? What games have you guys been playing?
I just basically played all the games you were playing. Let me see if I can do this without freezing my screen.
The game that got me banned.
What's that?
It's froze.
No, it hasn't froze.
I had a bash on Left 4 Dead 2 the other day. I was introducing Woody to that because he's obviously never played it before.
I want to play that again.
Have you got it?
Yeah, I've got it. I've got
Oh, we need to stream that one.
Where is it?
We need to finish Portal first.
Yes.
And then we can do that one.
I ain't got the
I
disc
joined on
here,
Left 4
but I
Dead
have
2 as
got
well.
it.
I've got that.
What have you been doing? Sorry, Tattastic?
No, I was saying I can join on Left 4 Dead 2 as well. I've got it.
Nice one. We're going to get a few more people and we can have a big party versus game.
Shimmy's been playing Stalker. That is an old game.
Does he actually mean the game though?
No, I think he means the actual game. 1 minute. I'm just trying to remember what it is off the top of my head by typing it into what's it called.
He's in your window. He's stalking you.
I also played that Happy Valley or something along those lines. Unhappy Valley. Can't remember what it was called now.
Oh, what, the police one?
Yeah. That's a bizarre game. Do you think like, what was that other, that Limbo type game? It wasn't Limbo, but it was like Limbo.
The Limbo
where you ended up
type
being
game.
a massive...
Limbo.
Oh, no, I can't... Oh, what was it called now? You'll know what
do you
I'm
mean
talking
the
about.
one Braid or something like that?
No, Braid was a Mario type
Inside.
thing.
Inside.
Yeah,
was made
Inside,
by them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Inside is from the same people who made Limbo.
Yeah. It was sort of, think of along the same lines as that, similar lines as that. It's a very weird style to it, yeah.
Yeah,
I do know what Stalker is.
That's the Chernobyl one, isn't it?
Sorry?
One based in Chernobyl.
Yeah, it's the one based in Chernobyl. So it's
Yeah.
a series of first-person shooter survival horror video games. They're developed by Ukrainian video game developer GSC Game World. So, yeah. It's developed by GSC Game World. It's had publishers like, themselves, of course. THQ was a publisher for them. Deep Silver is a publisher. And Bit Composer Games. The last game that they put out, so they've had Shadows of Chernobyl, Clear Sky, Call of Pripyat, Stalker 2. I think that was the last one they did. That came out in... Oh no, that one got cancelled, unfortunately. So the last game they did was Stalker Call of Pripyat. So, yeah. I know some stuff, as long as I've got my phone.
I've been playing Sniper Ghost Warrior 3, the game that got me banned from Twitch.
Yeah, I'm supposed to.
Oh yeah, I
get
saw
a
you
code for
broadcasting it as well the day after it was released. Or was it the day it was released, even?
What? On Friday, on Sunday?
Yeah.
That was before release. It didn't get released till yesterday. And that's
Oh
why
no,
they've got...
was you not
banned.
playing it yesterday as well? Or I may have just seen
Oh yeah,
it.
streamed it last night, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, streamed. I streamed it last night because it got released yesterday.
Yeah.
But
But
I
not
got
on Twitch.
banned for streaming. That was on Twitch as well.
He's not streaming that ever.
Was it? You back on Twitch?
It's only a 24
Yeah, I only got 24
hour.
hours.
Ah, that's cool.
That was for streaming it before it was released.
We've got Rick Harrison again in Facebook. How you doing, mate? Hi guys, loving the podcast. It makes my Wednesdays. Surprised you're awake, GD. I've pre-ordered the Outlast Trinity game for PS4. Can't wait to play it. Hashtag Team CTG. Thank you. I like to.
That's Woody's friend, isn't it?
Rick Harrison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rick.
The thing is, I am surprised that I'm awake at the same time, and I think everybody is. But yeah, like I said, we mentioned Outlast Trinity. It's not coming out in. Oh, did we mention it on thing? Or was it
No,
before?
I mentioned it before.
Yeah, Rick is chatting on Facebook. Shimmy.
Yeah, I mentioned it before because I said I thought it was out when Outlast came out.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. So Outlast Trinity said it's not coming out in retail until Friday. If people don't know what Outlast Trinity is, it is Outlast, the DLC Outlast Whistleblower, and the new game that came out on Tuesday, Outlast 2, in one nice, neat little bundle of horror. But if people, like I said, Outlast 2, that came out yesterday on the 25th.
Yeah.
But I feel like the main reason they did that is because they want to try and sell more of the digital copy than the retail copy. And the thing is, it's not the first game that's done that. I think if you look at, Minecraft is a brilliant example of it. They've brought out the digital version first, and then it's been months down the line when the retail version comes out. To a point, I think PC doesn't have a retail version, or if it is, it's very rare to get hold of. I think the only time it's actually going to be a retail first is going to be when it comes out on the Switch in a couple of months' time. But if people don't know, yes, Minecraft is coming out on the Switch. Don't be shocked. It's been out.
Well, they had it on the Wii U, didn't they? And they had all Mario skins for it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing again with this one as well.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah. But then again, they kind of always do that. I think if you look at, Minecraft on
Xbox has got Master Chief on it.
It's got the Halo mashup pack on that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true.
And then you look at PlayStations, they've got skins that are PlayStation related.
What have they got?
I think they've got Jack and Daxter, stuff like that.
Jack Kratos.
Yeah,
I don't know if got Kratos, but it'd be a good one.
Yeah, there's a few ones.
Crash Bandicoot would be a good one.
Yeah, but Crash Bandicoot isn't exclusive to PlayStation. The game that's coming out in June, the triple pack is, but the newer games that come out, they aren't.
Are they? Can you get them?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you can play Crash Bandicoot on the Wii.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because Activision took over it, so it's going to come out and everything in it.
Yeah, but like I said, the Insanity sorry, is it the Insane or Insanity?
Insane.
Yeah, the Insane trilogy is, at the moment that we know of, is a PlayStation exclusive. There was rumours that it was going to be timed of it coming out on the PC, but now those rumours seem to have been squashed, and it's supposed to be a full exclusive to the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
So, but I like to point out, I am really looking forward to that game. And I think Ukulele just made me more excited about it. Which I like this idea. I like the whole idea of that 90s type of games are coming back into circulation, because it's the games that I grew up with. Hey,
yeah.
Heavenly. But yeah, it's but yeah, like I said, where was we going with this? There's basically retail versions of it that will come out later. I think another good example of it is Telltale Games. They usually do their first episode comes out digitally first, and then a couple of days later the season pass disc comes out in retail. And I think it's just lately that it's been close to a week for those to be merging together. But then again, it's like any kind of indie games or small company games. They usually now, because of it being a lot cheaper, they will bring it out digital first. Which I would say nowadays it makes better sense to do that. Heavenly says
that was a game we played.
Hi, Shimmy.
Hi, Heavenly.
Ryan.
That was a game we played. Was Guardians of the Galaxy, didn't we?
Oh God, that was brilliant. I wish that. Oh wait. Oh, you know it was on Beam, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'll do it again on Twitch, and you can just be in the chat if you fancy it.
No, it's not.
I've already played for it twice.
No, it's not that. It's I feel like we really need to find a way that we can get Beam broadcasts so that we can.
There was a point where Twitch was actually streaming faster than Beam yesterday at some point.
Yeah, I think it was weird. I think Beam was having a bit of a hissy fit at points. But the thing that I like about Beam at the moment is that if like for that example, this that we've got now, if it has a game name to it. So if we say this one was, say, Telltale's Guardian of the Galaxy, it would show up on Xbox. Say, this person's broadcasting this at the moment, which is brilliant. I like that idea. So if there is a game that we are actually streaming, it will show it up on the actual thing.
Yeah. XTV feed, yeah.
Yeah, so I like to point out that's the only good thing I like about Beam having it in the broadcasting thing and nothing else at the moment. Just saying, Other things should be there. You shouldn't have a broadcast tab and just have one item.
I haven't been on the website yet. Are we able to download the previous broadcasts? Or
You can set it up. You can go in your settings and set VOD on, and then you can actually download your previous broadcast from the VOD. It's kept for 7 days.
Wait,
so we'll be able to do that then?
Just download it to your PC.
That's a problem.
Yeah. Well, if you have my account, you'll be able to do it then.
Yeah, I could easily do that. The thing is, we could actually have a look into it and see. But then again, we need to first check if you got VOD set on.
Right.
If you haven't, then that thing's gone, isn't it? But
I'll let you do that.
Yeah, we'll sort it out later. I think there's a couple of things that we need to sort out later anyway, because I want to get some more Portal 2 done, hopefully either this week or next. Because
you're off for 2 weeks now, aren't you?
I'm off for 2 weeks. Well, I'm off for a week and a half now. So yeah, I want to get Portal 2 done. But another good thing about us doing this Descent into Insanity, and especially with a lot of us being around, most of it, we can actually do. We've got a lot of stuff that we can use as CTG play stuff now as well, which is helpful.
Yeah.
It's like so. Expect to see in the future we will have some Rocket League showing up with me, Ryan, and Mystery Man. We've got some Minecraft stuff.
We were useless.
I had an excuse. What was yours?
Oh no, I'm useless. Me and Woody got beat by a couple of 8-year-olds in a tournament once.
That's fair enough.
It'd be funny, but it wasn't my first time I got beaten by a couple of 8-year-olds. I think it was a Call of Duty tournament I was in as well.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Yeah. Those kids today, they're just too good at computer games.
No. They're not too good at computer games. They're too good at playing the same game over and over again.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just we're getting older and your reaction time slows
we're
down.
getting better. I did a little bit of esports when I was younger, and it still hurts to this day. Okay. So yeah, sore point, Nick. But yeah. Anyway, was on about games that you've played. So we've done some Guardians of the Galaxy. Tattastic, you said you did some. What is it called again? Sniper Ghost
Warrior.
Yeah. Which
it's got like 5-minute load screens, which is getting big. Kick off about.
That's for a code for that as well.
Don't lie back, GD. You'll fall asleep.
I'm alright. I am really not looking forward to that. And the thing is, I just had a feeling in the back of my head because that's what everyone's been talking about. You just don't get it confused with Sniper Elite because it's quite easily. You can tell when there's a game like that comes out. I don't want to badmouth it because I've not played it yet. But I'm looking forward to it. I like games like that. It's time and again, nice calm games where I get to be a sniper. Vent some rage.
Believe me, I was venting some rage last night before Ryan joined. I couldn't shoot anything. And when I actually started getting good shots off, I was like, oh, look at this. Stream's a perfect run this time. Getting the slow motion shots that show a bit more detail. And then to take one shot on I think the last man you had to kill, and one of the hostages ran past him and got shot in the head. And it's like, you failed. I was like, thanks. Thanks, hostage.
That's going to be fun. With me and allies in shooting games, I go perfectly well with that kind of stuff. But, yeah, so
I did some Symphony for the Machine on the VR that came out yesterday.
What's that?
I've been playing. It's different. It's like a puzzle game where you've got to control the weather. It's like the planet sort of got basically destroyed. It's dehydrated. There's no grass. There's no plants. And then you've got to do puzzles by set weather off with this in a big weather tower to grow a plant that the machine gives you, and then it puts it back on the earth and like sort of revitalizes all the earth.
Okay.
Very different. If you want something different to play on the VR, it's very, very different. And the weather effects look amazing.
But yeah, talking about VR, the second part of Tattastic's Surgeon Simulator, that's something I want to.
Oh yeah.
That's something that has actually really got my interest. Surgeon Simulator, especially Bossa Studios themselves. We've been playing a lot of their games lately, haven't we? because they also did they created Iron Bread and
Iron Bread.
They've got other games. They've got Deck Splash coming out soon as well.
Yeah.
But Surgeon Simulator is one of the first games that they made. And I did Surgeon Simulator as one of my descent into insanity, but
You saved me. You saved me, GD.
I saved Ryan.
I thought he was going to kill me
Hanksy,
after me blowing you up so many times.
and I saved Sean Murray as well.
You just didn't save Paul. You didn't
Paul.
save Woody.
Sorry. But yeah, one thing I've noticed that it seems like it's a lot easier on the Surgeon Simulator VR compared to the other game. So, because first of all, you've got two hands. It's like this.
And you can move them without.
It's like I've got my hand behind my back.
You can play with one.
You can play with one if you want to.
Well, I think you can play with one. I think you just have to turn one of the move controls off.
Well, why would you want to?
Yeah, but then again, I would still say it's a lot easier because you've got more ability to move your fingers in it as well.
You've only got the a pinch, a button to pinch and a button to close that up.
So you've still got the same button designs, but it's in the same. I'm guessing it's in the same position that your hand would be in anyway, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's a trigger to clinch, and I think the big move button in the centre of the pad to do the pinch with the fingers and that.
Oh wow, that is actually quite awkward.
To clench.
But yeah,
We need to bring about the power glove.
that is basically easy mode power glove. But I would say I had a ton of fun going back to that again. I think that I was probably on the verge of insanity, just how I was acting with it.
Yeah.
Bringing back Dr. GD after my license got taken off me for some reason that we don't talk about. After 2 years.
I don't know why your license got taken over. I thought it was very good.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'd have died, then it would have been a different story. But
It's not though. You got to also think it this way. I did give you a nice scarf at the end of it as well.
Oh,
mate.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a very nice scarf. Yeah.
Very homemade.
Pretty.
As homemade as it could ever be.
Yeah, as homemade as it could be. Yeah. But yeah, I had a ton of fun with that. But I've been also enjoying watching the VR stuff as well.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the end of it. Is there more to come out, or is that the last part of what came out today?
No, there's more. I think there's another part left of it. So
we've got that's cool. Well, hopefully one more part of Surgeon Simulator from Tattastic to come out as well. So looking forward to seeing that.
Are you on the same levels as what GD did as well? Tattastic.
yeah, it's just
Nice one. So we can see a comparison now then.
Yeah. So I got up to the eye part of it, and they all died. Surprisingly.
Because you got to smash the goggles off the face.
Oh no! I found out after watching Tattastics, I didn't really have to smash the goggles. I could have used a pair of scissors and cut the goggles off.
And cut the elastic things around the side.
Instead of just actually grabbing them and taking them off the face.
Or trying to hit them with a battle axe. It works either way. They're not dead. Yeah, is there anything else? Any other games you guys want to talk about that you've played?
No, there's one that I do. It's been out for a while, and there's one that I've been meaning to pick up. Where you control all the limbs of this one guy.
Is it Octodad?
I don't know if. No, it's not Octodad. I don't know if you know the name of him. Something Steve. I don't know. Let me have a look at it on the marketplace.
I think I know what you're on about. Is it a 2D game?
Yeah, 2D game.
And it's
really hard.
Steve or something like that.
That's it. Something like that.
Yeah. So what it is that this guy called Steve has died. But the Grim Reaper says it's not your turn to die, so we're putting his soul back in his body. But it takes 24 hours for him to get full control of his body back.
Yeah, I mean, even walking from left to right is a challenge.
Yeah, but you've still got to go through your usual tasks that you would do in a 24-hour day as a Steve fellow, with his body basically barely able to be controlled. Or if he doesn't manage to... No, he basically makes a bet with Grim Reaper saying that he'll still be able to complete every task that he normally does in 24 hours with his body like this. And if he doesn't, then the Grim Reaper gets his soul.
Ah.
Yeah.
But, it's not Sphincter Steve.
Not Sphincter,
another...
Sphincter Dave.
Oh yeah, Sphincter Dave it was.
There's another one I finished tonight just before the podcast because I've got to review it. My review should be out for it tomorrow. Static, another VR one. It's very narrative-wise like the Stanley Parable, very much like...
I love Stanley Parable because I love arguing with the guy.
You can't see his face, it's all blurred out. And he's basically... All you just sat in a chair and you've got a box over your hand and you've got to... it's a trap. And basically you've got to look around the box and figure out all the puzzles around the box in order to move on.
Cool, that sounds awesome.
I love it
but
when
then,
you said
then as soon as you solve one, it puts an injection in your arm, which knocks you out. And then when you wake back up, you've just got another different box on your hand and you've got to figure that one out.
The one thing I love when you said he's got a box in his hand, the first thing that came to my mind was a cardboard box just on his hands. And looking and thinking, you could just rip it and you're free.
Then it gives you little psychiatrist sessions where it shows your picture and you've got to tell him whether the picture makes you happy and sad.
Oh God, that reminds me of Until Dawn. You know, people haven't played Until Dawn. Between each chapter, you get a little therapy session where you basically got to usually choose between two pictures or two phrases with your therapist. And I've always noticed that it's one of the creepiest parts of that game, for a game that is really creepy anyway. I just, oh God, that is, out of them all, that is what sticks in my mind still. It's
got quite clever lines. It's got quite clever lines in it. Like when you've solved one, you might go, it's like he says you're like a machine, and he starts going, but so's a toaster, and so's this, and just lists off loads of machines, and you're just like, I don't.
That reminds me of Portal 2. Gladys does not like me. Oh, she loves you, me. Ryan.
She likes me.
Yeah, screw you.
We've been texting since.
You know she's evil, right? Seriously, mate, you really should stop that. She's evil.
I tend to go for evil women.
What's one of the nice little flirty things she wanted to do tests with you? Don't do the test. They're evil tests. I'm warning you. It's bad news.
Well, we'll see you soon enough.
Yeah. Dick. Anyway, that's I think all we want to talk about, what games we've been playing. So let's talk a little bit about the news as we move on. So, big news story of today: Call of Duty World War II has been announced, and of course, it feels very, very, what they've shown of us, very, 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 very Americanized.
Yeah, they've just basically ripped off Battlefield, haven't they?
They did not win. No, they did. They weren't the only ones that won the war. There was allies. There was a whole group. They were actually called the Allies. They won the war. Not just you, America. Canada won the war as much as you guys won it, as much as you try and deny it.
But what you've got to remember is, if it wasn't for them, if it wasn't for them, we'd be speaking German.
If it wasn't for us, they'll be speaking close enough English. Oh wait, they do. Sorry, sorry. It's just that the whole thing, it just annoys me with this trailer thing.
Yeah.
Because it's the same again. It feels like they've put a Hollywood spin on this. The thing is, especially where people will be looking at this, they'll be comparing it to Battlefield 1, what they did with World War 1. And I like to say this, even though I'm not a huge fan of Battlefield, they did it right. The way they did it, they looked at different... Shimmy. Yeah. Thanks, Shimmy. Good for you, Shimmy. But the Battlefield 1 did it right. What they did is that they looked at different parts and basically shown a lot of people that World War 1 wasn't just this one thing that happened in Europe. It was basically a lot of stuff that happened around the world, hence being a world war. And I just have a feeling that Call of Duty will not do that. They will basically do a Hollywood spin on one main story, what happened. And by the looks of things, it's going to be how American side of the story, which I don't really want to play. And it feels like, I understand that they are mainly focused on their multiplayer side of things with a Call of Duty game. But I don't think that's going to be much of a change from what they already do. And if so, I think the only change they're going to do is that you're going to have a bunch of shitty weapons.
Yeah.
Compared to their other games that they've done. And I've looked at a couple of comments in a couple of channels that have shown the trailer. And a lot of them saying, so we've got Call of Duty fans complaining that they're doing too much future stuff and that they go back. And now that they are going back to World War II, people are now complaining about this trailer. People are complaining about this trailer is because they're doing some... It's not where they're setting it. It's how they're telling the story of it.
Yeah.
And it's just this is what we're all getting sick of. It's like... The thing is, if we want a story that you are doing Call of Duty, we would go and watch a movie about it. We don't want to play a game about it every single year.
No.
And it's just... It is annoying. It's like I say, I'm not... Yeah, Shimi's got it at a point. It's not just that COD fans are cancer to gaming. So I think it's not COD fans. I think it's the game itself. It's like I think it's now still the only studio that I know off the top of my head which is not learning their lessons. And I know EA, as lots of people will say, they bring a game out every year, like their FIFAs and their Maddens and stuff like that. I let that slide for one reason, because they're not trying to tell a story. Okay, FIFA is now, but that was a nice twist what they did this year, and I'm happy that they're planning on bringing it back again. That's a nice twist that they did last year, and they're happy to see it happen again this year, because I like that whole side of things that they did with the journey on FIFA. I think that got a lot more people into that game again.
That even got me interested in it.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate football.
Exactly. But with Call of Duty, their main focus is, here's a story, and then here's multiplayer that is pretty much the same that we bring out every year, with a few changes to it and new weapons.
Yeah.
What we're all trying to say is, take a break. You're not doing simulators, you're doing a game. You're doing a game, a fantasy world, a non-realistic game. You don't need to bring out a game every year. So don't. Have a break. A lot more people will be interested in the stuff that you do if you are away for a year or two. For example, like Ubisoft has done with Assassin's Creed. More people are interested to see what they do for their next main game of Assassin's Creed. And yeah, it's not like they're not done Assassin's Creed stuff last year. They did the Ezio collection, and they had a movie that we barely try and not talk about. Hopefully the second time they go through, like they do with their game, it will be better. That's a true Assassin's Creed product, when the second one's better than the first.
I sort of feel like you're saying with VA, it's like with Battlefield. They could be like that and do a Battlefield every year. Yeah, they're going to probably
they technically
switch between. They're probably going to switch. I mean, they're probably going to switch between Battlefield and Battlefront, but it's two different.
Exactly. It's two different games. The thing is, the difference is that Battlefront is a lot different compared to Battlefield, even though a lot of people say it's a skin type of thing. But that whole skin thing, it works. It's got different people. You don't see people who are fans of Star Wars. There's a very, very thin line of people who are a fan of Star Wars who will play Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
And there's a very, like the opposite way, there's people who are a fan of realistic first-person shooters who will play Battlefront. So it's nice to have that differences. But like I said, with Activision and Call of Duty, they don't do that. It's like, I think the last 3 or 4 games, it's been pretty much the same. It's future. Or near future, or it's future no matter what. Whatever you put at the beginning of it, near or far future, it's still future.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just sick of it. And while I'm getting it from World War II, yeah, it's nice to see that you all guys, they are planning to go back into the past, but I feel like it's too little too late with what they're doing with it. It's still going to sell. It's still going to do... Yeah. People are still going to buy. Well, it's like we do the UK charts every week here, on here.
Yeah.
And I think when we first started doing the charts, when it was a couple of years ago, where I think it was Black Ops 3. You always saw Black Ops 3 either in the top 10 or mainly in the top 5.
Yeah.
I've not seen Call of Duty Infinite Warfare in the top 10 since it came out. And that came out in November. So that's just how weak this game has done.
Whereas GTA has been in the top 10 since its release.
Exactly, yeah. Well, it's kind of bad where you've got the actual what's it called? CEO of Activision coming out and saying this: Call of Duty World War II is the right game at the right time. Infinite Warfare, the wrong game at the wrong moment. So that just shows that is bad. That is really bad if you're saying that. And we know how bad it is when, before the game came out, one of your incentives to buy the special edition was that you get an old backwards compatible, old refurbished game in their series. Mm-hmm. And that still didn't help. And how bad it is that they are actually selling DLC for that old game at $15, which is still very expensive. That should already be in the game.
Yep.
So
the first remaster that took content out of it.
Which is...
Every remaster is normally the definitive edition.
Exactly. Well, I think a good example of it is what's it called? BioShock collection. That had all the DLC that was included with it, and they still remastered BioShock and BioShock 2. What's up, Ryan?
It's because what happened afterwards.
Yeah, I know. I know that was funny what happened afterwards, but I'm on about its DLC thing.
Yeah.
The DLC came with it, and even when you're saying what came afterwards, where it got backwards compatible. The thing is, you didn't get the DLC with the backwards compatible. So in the end, the collection was a lot of.
It was for the collectors, wasn't it? It was for the true diehard fans. Yeah. Mm.
So that's how you should do a collection. In the end, and I think that's what Call of Duty really has. Well, Activision has really fallen short with this kind of stuff. So, but yeah, like I said, we're moaning about it. I think we did get a few. I might as well give a few more bits of information about it because we have to. So as you know by now, Call of Duty World War II will be released on PC, PS4, and Xbox One November 3rd. But it bears repeating for those who may have missed the news, of course. There will also be a private beta, and those who pre-order will gain access to the tester, which will be made available first on PlayStation 4 later this year, of course, because that's who they're in bed with at the moment.
Yep.
There will be 3 editions available for the game, which include the standard digital and physical editions for around about $60, which will be around about £55, I'm saying. For us here in the UK. A digital deluxe edition is available for pre-order, and it includes the season pass along with additional bonus content. That's around about $100, so about, I think it's £70. I can't really check at the moment because I've not got access to check. Mm-hmm. There is also going to be a Pro Edition, which comes with a season pass and the game encased in a steel book for $100. It's an exclusive, which more than likely will be exclusive to Game here in the UK, but in the US it's exclusive to GameStop. Yeah. Where if you pre-order any edition, you'll walk home with a ball cap.
Yeah.
I think game advertising in town if you pre-order it, they take £5 off as well when you pick it up.
Well, I'd rather you just give me the game for free.
That's what I mean, but then they'll probably charge £5 more than every other shop. So.
Exactly, yeah. So that £5 means nothing. Yeah. As of press time, the additional content included in Pro and Digital Deluxe Edition hasn't been announced. Once the content is known, they'll update the post. I think they already did that. That's what that was. Those who wish to purchase the season pass can pre-order it as well. That's bad. You can pre-order a season pass.
See, I know I was saying it. I was playing it. I just want.
So, but I've got a question first.
This was a standard price of $44.99.
Yeah,
and
but the difference is
it's got the season pass in it.
Yeah.
But it's got season pass in the $44.99.
So my question here, knowing Call of Duty, and I want the answer in dollars beforehand, how much do you think the season pass is going to set you back?
I would say $40.
You say $40. What about you, Ryan?
I thought you were going to call him shit then.
50. Let's say a bit cheaper, maybe 30.
You say 30.
Yeah.
$50.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
$50. Yeah.
No way. Are you taking the piss?
No, I'm not taking the piss.
Okay.
Yeah, of course, the content of the pass, which is obvious, is still to be announced. But more than likely, if they're following the trend, what they already do at the moment, it's going to be 4 separate DLCs.
Yeah, format packs basically.
Yeah, and then added more story to whatever they think. I'm going to guess zombie mode.
Zombie mode, yeah.
I will find that slightly funny, but slightly irritating.
There's actually a picture popped up on Twitter of the front cover with a zombie face on it. No, like rather than the human face. So I reckon it's happening.
Zombie mode, yeah. They have.
Is it going to be separate retail though?
Sorry.
Is it going to be separate retail though?
Oh God, no. They don't. They'll probably
No.
will. While most of the information revealed today focused on the campaign, there was a few bits of multiplayer information, along with. Oh yeah, we already know what the mode is, mate. Along with Nazi Zombie Co-op mode, a new social area called Headquarters, which will introduce a creator class feature divisions, is included. And there's also the new narrative-driven mode War. So the full multiplayer reveal will be taking place at E3 in June. Again, Call of Duty World War II is releasing November the 3rd for PC, PS4 and Xbox One. So yeah, Nazi zombies.
Never
Not had that before.
Oh, it feels like they've basically taken the shortest route they could do for that. It's World War II.
Yeah.
Nazi zombies? Nazi zombies.
Nazi zombies.
Just bury
It's going to
it.
be the exact same thing we've had before.
Exactly.
Nazi zombies from the maybe it's the very first Nazi Zombies remastered.
Yeah, it's just the first one all over again. The thing is, look, I'll give Infinite Warfare the due. What I've seen from their season passes, at least they've been creative with what they're doing with their zombie mode. What have they done? They've done the newest one is Kung Fu zombies. They've done 1980s zombies and 1990s
zombies
I think
good.
it was as well.
Thing is, though,
With
it
the
doesn't
Hoff.
make me want to buy the game. It doesn't make me want to buy the game,
It
though.
doesn't make me want to buy the game.
I mean, I got like the Sniper Elite. They did a separate retail game, didn't they, for zombies, the Zombie Trilogy.
Yeah.
I got that the other day. And Red Dead Redemption, they did a separate zombie retail game, and I got that one. And then, if anything, they need to do the separate ones so you could end up maybe getting into the Call of Duty's side, because that's what with Red Dead Redemption you was able to play the main multiplayer, and in the end I started enjoying that. There was no zombies in that whatsoever, so they've got it backwards.
Yes, definitely. But they'll never learn. That's the thing. They will never learn, mate. So I'm having a look around through here if there's any more news that isn't that. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake and Kingdom Hearts 3 may still be a year off.
Fucking
hell, man.
It's alright, they can fit another 5 Kingdom Hearts games in there.
They probably will. Don't say that. It's Square Enix. They will.
We need Kingdom Hearts 2.9 because they've had 2.8.
So Final Fantasy VII Remake and Kingdom Hearts 3 could be quarter 2 2018 releases if they happen that soon. As spotted by NeoCaf users, Final Fantasy VII Remake and Kingdom Hearts 3 were both listed in the publisher's upcoming releases during a recent investors briefing, but neither had a release window attached. Other games shown in the document are labelled as releasing during Square Enix financial year 2018. You got April 1st, 2017 to March. If people don't know what that is, it's from April 1st this year to March the 31st next year. So, but Final Fantasy VII Remake and Kingdom Hearts 3 and Square Enix recently announced Marvel game are not dated in those. Yeah, so the only indication given is a vague financial year 2018 and beyond section heading. If the lack of release date means you should expect these games to be part of Beyond, we're looking at April 2018 releases at the earliest for Final Fantasy VII, Remake of Kingdom Hearts 3, Crystal Dynamics Avengers game, and the rumoured Guardians of the Galaxy game from Eidos Montreal. That said, in the information lockdown, that is status quo in the games industry, even investors don't hear everything from publishers. So it's entirely possible that Square Enix is being deliberately vague so that it's not to spoil upcoming announcements. Like I said, they do have their own E3 panel, which I don't think they've given us a date when they're doing theirs yet, and if they are, but more than likely they are. So knowing that it's investor relations material coming under specialist press and enthusiast fan scrutiny at the moment. So given the recent fashion for shorter, more focused PR cycles, it doesn't seem impossible that marketing for Final Fantasy VII Remake and Kingdom Hearts 3 will kick off at E3 2017 ahead of late 2017 releases. So this is Square we're talking about though, remember that. So it is also quite possible both games will stay in development hell for a decade, like Final Fantasy 15 did. So what do you guys think? Do you think we might be a little bit overreacting with this here, or are we seeing what they did with 15? We're going to turn Kingdom Hearts 3 into Kingdom Hearts, I don't know, something else. Can't think of Final Fantasy VII Remake is actually going to be Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah.
It's not going to
It's already, I've just got one on here. Story.
Yeah.
We spoke about it earlier. And now Eurogamer come out and said, sources at Creative Assembly have told them that the prototype is something new, but it's nothing to do with Alien. In fact, that made me the team who worked on it in isolation and that no longer even work at the company. Currently, this was a statement from Sega about it. Currently, the studio is fully focused on developing Total Warhammer 2 and other yet unannounced projects.
So it's basically Sega being
out there
careful that it could be as well. Hey, Rach, how you doing? Welcome to my podcast.
Hello.
So, what was I looking for? My mind.
I'm still looking for that game.
Which game are you looking for?
Well, that's the thing. If I knew what game I was looking for, then I would...
Wait a minute. Are you looking for that morbid?
It's not morbid. I typed in morbid and it didn't come up.
Manuel Samuel.
Manuel Samuel. That's the bastard. Oh. So yeah, that one.
Yeah, fair enough.
I've just thrown my phone across the room. I shouldn't do that. That's how I broke. That's how I ended up with that phone.
Do not break your phone, mate. Because actually, I don't mind. It's probably worth.
No, if I break that phone, then that's it. There's no last resort. That was the last resort.
That was the last resort. Oh, that's the last resort. Wow.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be my first go-to phone, would it?
I would say Eloise would love this, but I would just say this now. This is probably the cleanest we've been with our language.
Why? What did I say?
Nothing. In chat. I've got a cousin saying hi.
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 Hello, GD's cousin.
Anyway, where was we? We'll do a quick update. Might as well now. I think we've got. Is there any other major stories you guys want to talk about before we move on?
Oh, let me just go find out.
Those dirty people who buy Twitch viewers, no more.
Explain to people who don't know what you're on about, mate.
Also, yeah, there was a website that was set up where people could buy subscribers and viewers on Twitch in order to boost the channel, and it's now been shut down. It's no more.
Actually,
it's gone.
You talk about Twitch. There is something I did want to talk about Twitch. They are adding a new tier for people. Yeah, hi. They're adding a new tier in. So if people don't know, if you are a streamer on Twitch, there is 2 tiers at the moment. Your normal Twitch streamers, like we are here, and then you have your partners, which are those who can have subscriptions, have their own custom emotes, all those nice shiny bits and pieces which make them money. Well, Twitch has come out and said that they are going to be adding a tier in between those 2 tiers now, which they are calling, I think it's affiliates or something like that. Officiates or something like that. Top of my head, as I try and find the story as we are talking about it. But what I understand is,
trying to find it.
Yeah, so what I understand from it is that you will be able to. They are planning to make it so that you'll be able to use the subscription service thing in future, but not at the moment. Here we are. Yeah, affiliates. Yeah, there it is. Affiliates. That's the right word. I got it right. So they're adding a new tier between partnered and non-partnered channels. Twitch has revealed the affiliates program, a way for non-partnered streamers to make money on the platform and grow their community to a point that gets them into the partnership. A Twitch partner streamer gets access to a suite of tools, emotes, and other benefits that they can offer to their audience. The biggest advantage of being a partner, however, is the revenue share a streamer gets from ads, cheering, and subscriptions, of course. Up until now, being a partner was the only way to make money off streaming outside of off-site donations, so words like Patreon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we haven't got a Patreon account yet. Yeah, not at the moment. Can't be asked. Look for that in the future. when it can be bothered. So the affiliate program allows smaller streamers access to cheering with bits, meaning the viewer can tip using the new currency. So that's what the bit system is on it. The program is launching soon, and select streamers will be invited for the early rollout. Eventually, affiliates will have access to subscriptions, runs ads, and 1 subscriber remote that they can award to their subscribers compared to the 50 that partners get at the moment. Like partners, Twitch will choose affiliates at its discretion going forward. For now, Twitch has some basic criteria that you need to become one of these. They say that you need to have at least 500 total minutes of streaming in the last 30 days, at least 7 unique streaming days in the last 30 days, an average of 3 concurrent viewers or more over the last 30 days, and at least 50 followers. So technically, if I streamed more, and if this channel streamed more, we definitely fit the criteria for this. So you might, just for us maybe trying to get into this program thing, you might see some more stuff coming up on this channel in future. So
I was gonna say, if you've got us down as
sorry?
hosting, then
oh,
you've got us down as
I
host
don't know
anyway,
if
so
hosting counts. I think it only counts.
I suppose you could chuck. I suppose you could chuck any person on, couldn't you?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I think as long as you've got access to the channel, then as long as it's not streaming, I think it's not hosting, it's streaming.
Yeah.
But so I think that's a brilliant idea. The thing is, that's the one thing that I do find a little upsetting about Twitch is how difficult it is to get into the partner side of things. I think with theirs, you've got to have at least 500 concurrent viewers.
Yeah.
Which is, you know how difficult that can be.
That's what I'm just reading more on that Twitch story, and that's what they're saying. It's there's apparently 7 programmers that have set up these websites. There's only one of them one of the programmers being taken down at the moment.
Yeah.
And basically what they've had to do, they've had to transfer all the domains over to Twitch, who obviously got rid of them, and they're being banned from registering any sort of web domains with Twitch in them.
Oh.
Or anything that can be seen like Twitch.
It feels like they've been let off a bit there, because usually this kind of stuff would lead down to a court matters.
Well, it was a California judge that's
this has become a court matter. Right, okay, fair enough. Still feels quite light.
There's the other 6 developers that they haven't got to yet. Have just been sent the second lot of court serving documents.
Fair enough.
So they'll probably be
but then
on soon.
again, I don't agree with this kind of stuff anyway. I feel like
Well, that's what
Twitch's
official statement on it was. It makes it harder for legitimate broadcasters to be found because people are using these services.
Yeah. Well, so it's nice to see that this has been caught down. And the thing is, this is what I love about when it comes to Twitch, and that they do actually clamp down because they do understand where they come from, this side of the thing. It's like there's been a story running around with YouTube at the moment where there's been a couple of people, you know, where they're not viewer-friendly content on YouTube at the moment, where if people don't know what that is that it basically stops you from monetizing the video. The restricted stuff, you can still monetize. It just means if someone's got restricted mode on, they can't view the video, of course. But there's another thing that's been going around called viewer-friendly content. And a lot of people have been saying that they're complaining about it because it's been cutting down their profits, what they've been getting from this. I think one example is, I'm going to say this wrong, H3H3? Did I say that right?
I'm not sure. I've never...
I think it's H3H3 Productions. People should know who they are. I should really know who they are. I just don't know off the top of my head at the moment. Blame lack of sleep. But yeah, they do a lot of comedy things. But they've come out and said that they put about 5 videos out in a week, and probably only one of them is straightforward up for monetization out of what they've done. Which I like to say that I've had 1 or 2 videos where it has come out and said, yeah, these aren't viewer-friendly videos. But I think one of them was one that was unlisted anyway, and the other one was a public video. But I'm looking at it thinking, well, fair enough. I don't really mind. But I'm going to say this now. I understand why YouTube are doing this. For a company like Google, who have come out and said that 90% of their profits that they make in a year is through advertising, they have to protect that kind of thing. And you got to understand that for a company as big as YouTube is, of how many videos that are coming out, and they are working on technology to make it a lot better for us creators to try and boost things around. It's going to take time for them to sort this out, but they need to put something there quickly because, yes, it is bad for us creators. It can cause a lot of damage, especially when it's basically what people are using as their living, is what money they make through, as a creator, what money they're making through videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what would be more damaging for YouTube? Would it be 1 or 2 big names walking out of YouTube and going to a different format, or the advertisers getting angry and then them walking out?
Yeah, let's get rid of the YouTubers.
The thing is, I'm not saying that I completely agree what YouTube are doing here, on other stuff that they've done in the past. But
you can see why they're doing it.
Why they're doing this.
I think this time you can see why. Where a lot of the ones in the past, you were sort of like, there's no reason for you to do that.
The thing is, it feels like at the moment YouTube is getting a lot of flack for this kind of stuff, but you got to think it isn't YouTube's fault here. If they had an easier way to stop certain things going through, then they would do that. But unfortunately, they haven't. The thing is, there is not a technology that will stop that. And I understand why advertisers will get upset with this kind of stuff. They don't really... I think it's all started because of hate speech and stuff like that have been showing up, that has shown up on YouTube.
Yeah.
But you got to understand how deep YouTube goes. Very deep how YouTube goes. The thing is, us here, we're in the gaming community outside of YouTube. And it's a huge community on our end. But we know how dark and deep even our community can get.
Yeah.
Don't know what you're talking about. about?
No. No,
I've no idea what you're talking about.
I don't mean from our videos. I mean from what there is out there.
Yeah.
And
that's true.
I would say that the gaming community of it is one of those groups which are the more sensible-headed side of the group.
Really?
I would say so, yeah. There is a lot darker and deeper down there, mate. For example, I think there was one of them where I could say anything, and more than likely it will be on YouTube. There's a grown fat guy dancing around wearing a Pikachu suit, dancing to the Ketchup song.
Yeah.
It's probably in there somewhere on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's probably monetized as well.
There's a space turtle as well floating around.
Gamera, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's definitely on ours.
There's one of my friends before sent me a link to a YouTube video, and I thought, what the hell's this? I opened it, and it was just some woman with a Dell on trying to dance on butter.
See?
I don't know where that came. Like, she's falling all over, like, smacking her head off the floor and everything, but she keeps trying to get up and dance on butter. I don't understand what's all that about.
But either way, the thing is, it's deep, and it's more importantly here that YouTube has had these kind of things happen to them before, and it's a lot stronger than it has ever been. And it, as much as it's like, what's it called? Even if people do say that they're going to be walking away from it, we've had people do that in the past, and YouTube are the ones still standing. I'm just saying that now. But like I said, it's not me defending YouTube itself. It's just that I have an understanding of why YouTube are doing this. Yeah. And I feel like people need to be a little bit more calm with this kind of thing. The thing is, you've got to understand here, if YouTube doesn't have the advertisers there, then you guys don't get paid. Just simple enough with it. Yeah. And the last thing you want to upset is your advertisers. Because they're the ones that are giving you the money.
Jeff Gertzman found that out.
Jeff Gertzman?
When he got Gertzman from GameSpot, when he gave Kane and Lynch the bad review and then lost his job because Activision threatened to pull all the advertisement off GameSpot.
See? That was bad, but...
It was bad, but...
I meant the game.
But it's bad that I went as far as him losing his job, but at the end of the day, it might be their best reviewer, but the advertisement's worth more than an employee. Anywhere you go.
Money talks. Let's just say that. Yeah. It's a horrible way of saying that, but that is true. Anyway, let's talk a few things then. Quick updates while we're here in our little same mind. So far, let's start with... God damn it, there's a lot of Call of Duty here. Forza Horizon 3 upcoming Hot Wheels expansions makes our inner child squeal with delight. So yeah, Forza Horizon 3 are going to be getting Hot Wheel expansion next month. As in the car, the cold cars.
Yeah,
that's wicked.
Yeah, exactly. I want to play that.
Night Trap's getting a release, isn't it?
What?
Night Trap's being remastered.
I did not know that. I have not got to that bit yet, mate. Why?
It was a terrible game, but there was demand for it, so they've done it.
Fair enough.
It's probably one of those. It's so bad, it's good.
Yeah.
Spiritual successor to Burnout is called Danger Zone, and it's coming to PC, PS4 in May.
It's made by people who just kickstarted.
It's made by Freefield Entertainment, which is composed of former Burnout franchise developers. Will release its latest game in May, and it's a vehicular destruction game called Danger Zone. So
Kenny Loggins might have something to say about that.
Yeah, I've got a feeling it's going to be like what's it called? You know, the crash mode in it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what it's going to end up like. But look, I'm going to have a go of it if I can. So
the only thing is they're going to have to use Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins as the theme tune. It's ruined it.
Xbox One backwards compatibility service will go down tomorrow for maintenance. Maintenance. I like that word. I was going to say it's maintenance from now. So you won't be able to play any of your backwards compatible games tomorrow. I think the time they are starting it is... Yeah, so it's scheduled for 2 hours, starting at 8 AM UK time. So yeah, that is tomorrow. Sorry, 9 a.m. British
Summertime, BST.
summer.
So
Yeah,
9
so start
o'clock.
from
BST.
9 a.m. So from 9 to 11, you can't play your backwards compatible games, unfortunately, because they are doing maintenance.
Yep, you kept your ball bearings that time.
Thanks. So yeah, okay, that's fair enough. Oh, this is one of the most obvious quotes of the day. We took some digs for storytelling in Halo 5 from 343. Really? Thanks for the obviousness.
Reports say another Call of Duty's coming out.
Reports have indicated that Vivendi's takeover of Ubisoft will happen this year.
Ooh.
No one wants that apart from Vivendi to happen. Horrible. I'm trying to see if there's any other things. Overwatch Officer, Diva, and Oni Genji skins will be added to regular loot boxes in the future. So if you can't play Heroes of the Storm for any reason, there is currently no way for you to earn the hero exclusive Overwatch skins, but they will be adding them to the regular loot boxes, which more than likely means that you'll be able to buy them on the game in future with the coins that you can get from loot boxes as well. So that's nice. I think that should be how it should happen sometimes when you've got to find another way to get those kind of things. And that's the good thing I like about Blizzard. They do think things through a lot better than other companies, which kind of hurts because it's Activision Blizzard, isn't it? It feels like this is how you not do it. We call this the Activision side. This is how you do it. We call this the Blizzard side. Bad.
Found out why everybody was getting money as well every time they logged on to GTA.
Why? I still haven't.
People have been getting GTA tax refunds.
How the hell did I only get 400 and something? What the hell?
I don't know. I don't know how they worked that out.
It doesn't help when you've got other people.
They think
like
of everything in
coming out
GTA, don't
saying
they?
that she got 2 million.
They think of everything in GTA. They also got the top-down races as well.
Oh yeah, tiny races.
Tiny races.
That is a brilliant game mode. As much as I love that mode, more importantly, I beat Ryan, Heavenly, and Hanksy being half asleep. Go me!
Yeah.
That's the best I've done in GTA, and I was half asleep.
You beat us on Outlast and on GTA.
Yes. I had a good day yesterday.
Obviously, being half asleep suits you.
Yeah. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite has now been given a release date. It is going to be coming out the 9th of September. So if people don't know what that is, it is... if you don't know what Marvel vs. Capcom is, it's basically the cross-platform fighting game that Capcom makes. I would say one of probably the better fighting games out there. So, yeah, so that is coming out. So, nice. It's going to be a full price, of course, and like I said, coming out the 19th of September, not the 9th of September, and it'll be available on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. But they have also named some of their collector's editions there, with their top one, which is going to set you back about $200, which comes with four. It comes with try this again. It comes with 4 premium character dioramas of Iron Man, Captain Marvel, Captain Marvel, Mega Man X, and Chun-Li. It also comes with a case featuring 6 Infinity Stone replicas.
Ooh.
Yeah. And the game is encased in steelbook packaging that contains the on PS4 Xbox One Deluxe Edition of the game. So you basically get what the second tier is, as well as the Deluxe Edition is one of their main points is you get the gaming season pass with it as well, which I think they've said is how many characters? 6 new. There'll be 6 all new additional post-launch characters that will be included on the season pass for this game.
You'll be getting that, won't you?
I am getting it. I do love the Marvel vs. Capcom games myself. Just one thing about it is there will not be any X-Men in this one because of licensing reasons. But what I've seen so far, it looks actually quite good.
Wow, really?
Yeah, there is a trailer available already for the story. I think the story's main point is that Ultron and Sigma are going to morph into each other. Are going to fuse together, and that's going to be the main boss in this.
Who is it who owns the X-Men licensing?
Sorry?
Who is it who owns the X-Men license?
It is Sony.
Sony?
No, not Sony. It is Fox that owns the X-Men license. Sony owns Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yeah.
Well, I thought I thought it was different with it being in a game.
No. They still own the license of that kind of stuff. Yeah. The only thing that Marvel owns the license to all of them because it's their property is comic.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that is Spider-Man related has got to come through Sony, and anything that is X-Men, Fantastic Four related, I think that's the only two. I think there's probably more that Fox owns. It's got to go through Fox, and then Marvel has field day with the rest of the stuff. So that's why this Marvel vs. Capcom doesn't have X-Men.
Yes, I was thinking that if it was Sony owned them, they could do it as exclusive download content, but obviously they won't.
No. So I think that's everything I want to say. Yeah, you already mentioned about the money give out.
Mm-hmm.
We already mentioned about Switch. Minecraft coming out on Switch. Ghost Recon. What Ghost Recon? Yeah, we already talked about Tiny Racers. I'm looking through this. If there's anything else I've missed. Oh, yeah.
You want to go see Tiny Racers as well? It was on your... Well,
yeah we've already seen it as well, yeah. One more thing I wanted to mention. The free DLC on Resident Evil 7, known as Not a Hero, has been delayed. So it's going to be missing its spring launch window, but there's still no new release date given for it at the moment. But they did say that it's still going to be coming out. They just want to hold it back a bit longer, which I could completely understand. Do that if you want to.
Yeah.
It's your bloody game. Do whatever you want.
Free, you can't complain when it's free, can you?
You can't complain when it's free, no.
Lego Dimensions news.
Go ahead. Is it still not updated?
Because there hasn't been any in it. It's not been updated, but we've got the release is for the next wave is the Goonies pack.
That's good because a lot of people were worried that they were going to be stopping doing this, weren't they?
Yeah. Well, the Goonies pack. Was it Chase McCain who's in the Lego City game that's just been released?
Probably.
That's back in. Yeah. That's so they've got Lego City in Lego Dimensions now. And also Hermione Granger.
Oh, from Harry Potter.
Yeah, from Lego Dimensions, they've always been bigger packs, and then they've gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. They've gone on, so they've only got 3, and then obviously the next few waves will probably be just the odd one here and there. We've still got Beetlejuice and Powerpuff Girls and Teen Titans to go yet.
Is this normally how they do it throughout a year?
Throughout the year.
Throughout
the year, they bombard you with loads of packs at first. Like when we first came out, it was the Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
We
had new Ghostbusters. We had Adventure Time. We've had Sonic. Was Mission Impossible in this year?
Yeah. Well, everything was. Yeah, this is all year 2. I think it was. I don't know.
I'm not sure. But either way, Mission Impossible is one of the packs because we've not long put that video out. But I think it was this year's. I'm not sure. But yeah, so that's nice to hear that Goonies is going to be coming out. What day? We've got a time frame for that when it's coming out?
No, we haven't got. I don't think we've got a time frame for it. They've just released. They've just announced what's coming next.
Right.
But it'll be May.
May time. That's nice to see.
That's what they said.
The other thing is also in May. If people are keeping up with it, the second part of Year 2 on Rainbow Six Siege is also supposed to be coming out as well. I think it's supposed to be Poland. I'm not 100% sure. But if once that's out, more than likely me, Kev, Jen, and all those guys will be gathering back together to have a go of the new map and the new operators of that as well. And more than likely, if one's going to come out, are you on about getting it, Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'll get it straight away.
Yeah,
I think a lot of excitement's died down for it, to be honest, especially with all the rumours that are coming out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
One more thing as well that I also forgot to say. Friday the 13th, the game.
I cannot wait!
Yeah,
Jason!
so it's going to be coming out on the PS4 and Xbox One and PC. What date do you think it's
why I
going to be
won't be
coming
getting
out?
Lego Dimension.
No, no. I know the date. What date do you think it's going to be?
It's not Friday the 13th.
Yeah, which is suckish. I thought that would be a perfect. I would rather wait until October and it come out on the 13th on a Friday. Just saying that.
I don't know. I want to get playing it as soon as possible, so I'm quite happy. I think is it 25th?
26th of May, so they're close enough.
Oh, 26th. Oh, close. Yeah. Oh, that game looks amazing. You get to play as Jason, and you get to play as the survivors, who are actually from the films as well.
I don't know. I'm kind of I'm interested in it, but at the same time I'm a little bit off and on about it because we have seen games where it's been so many versus one beforehand and not do that well. For example, Evolve.
What, Evolve?
Evolve, Dead by Daylight is another good example of it. They have nice little, oh, this is fun, oh, that's it, type of feel to it. And I'm scared that we're going to get the same thing from this as well.
I don't know. I've seen a few streams of it already, like the early access ones, and they do seem really fun to play. I mean, I know I'll be getting it because I'm a massive Friday the 13th fan anyway. So
yeah, the good thing about it is it's not going to be a full price game anyway. It's going to be around. No. It's going to run you around about $40, so it'd be about £30 here in the UK. So that's a decent price for a game that size.
Also, I've heard it's got a campaign on it. It's not just multiplayer as well.
So that's a good thing. That'll be interesting to see. I think this kind of game, especially when it's got a movie tie-in with it, I think it does need some kind of campaign anyway. But yeah. At the same time, who is actually developing this game? That's a good point. Oh, and it was a Kickstarted game, by the way.
Yeah.
At the same time, it is been funded. It doesn't say. Fuck. Someone check for me who's developing this goddamn game.
Yeah, I'll Google it.
Thanks.
It may take me a while. Just look how long it took me to get Manuel Samuel. Well, you found that out at the end of the day.
Yeah, I've remembered it off the top of my head. That's why. So, let's talk about the game releases first of all. As I search for the list of them. Oh, it's been a very long week already, hasn't it? I'm saying that now. But it's been a nice week. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't.
Published by Gun Media.
Gun Media. So is this their first game that they've actually done?
Oh, I've got to Google that now.
Yes. I'm just trying to...
Yeah, I'll do it.
Thanks.
Let's see what else they've made.
What the fuck is my list? Why am I gone too far? Go away. Damn it, I'll do it this way. UK game releases.
Gun Media, they've done Breach and Clear. And Breach and Clear Deadline. Never heard of those.
Me neither. Sounds interesting though.
But they were in where they gone now? They were in 2000 and my phone won't go back. Well, you gotta love Windows Phone. They were both in the 2000s. Anyway, 2000. I think it was 16, 2015.
I don't want US. I want UK release dates. You stupid idiot. Thank you. So, what day are we on?
13 and 15, sorry.
So we are on... Wow, there's been a lot of games out this month. I'm on the 11th here. 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 18th. I need the 25th, don't I? 24th, 25th. Outlast Trinity... That did not come out on the 20th. It's not even out yet. Lies. Here we go. So, the games that have come out, starting with April the 25th. Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 on the PC and PS4 and Xbox One. Pinstripe on the PC. Shovel Knight Spectre of Torment is available on PS4 and 3DS now. What Remains of Edith Finch on the PS4 and PC. Of course, Outlast 2 came out on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I don't think this is telling me Xbox One games. Oh well. Dragon Quest Heroes 2 came out on the PC. Walking Dead Telltale Series Part 4 is now out. Dear God is now available on the PS4 and PS Vita. Wilson's Heart on the PC. This is wrong. Oh no, it isn't. Batman Arkham VR is now available on PC as well.
Mm-hmm.
Today, 26th of April, Corroded is available on PC as early access. Symphony of the Machines is available on PC and PS4, which is a game you mentioned. Looking at Tattastic, just to make sure did it come out today?
Is he froze?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's froze.
Froze, okay. I swear I saw his eyes. I don't know if he's froze. Yeah, he's froze.
Yeah, he's froze.
Blaze Blue Central Friction is now available on PC. Games coming out tomorrow, 27th of April, also known as Gentleman Creeper Day. Expeditions Vikings comes out on the PC. Warhammer 4000 Dawn of War 3 on the PC. And Kamiko on the Switch. Oh wow, we've completely lost him. Wow.
Now what does the stream look like?
With his face. And you're half on his box. He'll come back, don't worry.
I've broken.
You're broken. On the 28th of April, we have Valhalla Hills Definitive Edition on PS4 and Xbox One. Constructor HD on the PC and Xbox One. Puyo Puyo Tetris on the Switch and PS4, which you have taken over all the screens now, mate. I've got to go and switch to Temp. I even can't use Temp 2. Wow. How bad is this? How did I use Temp 2 first? Oh, third camera. Shit. I have no idea what we can do while we're trying to get him back. Sorry about the cameras, people, but look at the pretty picture.
Thank you.
So, no, it's not your face, mate.
Oh, man.
Let's see if we can get him back. Come on, Paul. Back in the car you come. So yeah, Puyo Puyo Tetris comes out on the Switch and PS4. We will be doing a one-shot of that for next week, so look forward to that. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe comes out on the Switch. I do want that game. I want to switch for that game at the moment.
It does look good.
Portal Knights comes out on the PS4 and Xbox One. Dragon Quest Heroes 2 comes out on the PS4 and PS3. And also, one more game, Little Nightmares, which also looks good, comes out on the PS4 and PC.
Little Nightmares?
Little Nightmares, yeah. And Xbox One.
That one with a weird doll with different heads.
No, they do look like dolls. It looks like something that came out of, is it Tim Burton's mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like that kind of thing.
I'm sure they have different heads.
We have fully lost Tattastic at the moment. Oh dear.
He is gone.
He is gone. Oh. But anyway, let's move on to the UK charts. I think I just got a message. Yeah, I did. I think it's Paul saying, let me back in. Let's see. Seems I've lost connection to call, but not Skype. Let's try again then. Come on. Come on back in. Come on. You know you want to. So we can open everything back up again. Anyway, while we're doing that, I might as well continue. So, having reclaimed number 1 last week, Ubisoft's Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands takes a 4th week at the top, 2 weeks at launch, and then the last 2 weeks, of course. Rockstar Take-Two's climb again, up 1 place to number 2 with GTA 5. God's sake, that game is not dying, is it?
No, why should it?
No, it's not. I'm happy it's not dying, but for a game how old it is now, it's still kicking, man. But then again, it's just had Tiny Racers, which has been, and also Land Grab, which we played on the stream as well. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway,
basically
and also,
Splatoon.
sorry.
It was basically Tron Splatoon.
Yeah, pretty much. That was fun.
We need that railgun in online mode in free mode though.
I haven't got the railgun. I didn't know we had a railgun. Where was the railgun?
The railgun was in the middle of the map the whole time. I just kept picking it up. It's one zap kill.
I thought it was a what's it called, a giant hole.
It was like a giant. It was like a human fly swatter.
Anyway, EA also climbed 2 places to number 3 with FIFA 17. Warner's LEGO Worlds drops 2 places to number 4, and 505 Games Rocket League climbed 3 places to number 5. Last week's big new release, Team 17 and Sold Out's Ukulele, drops from number 6 to number 15. The lone new release to make it into the top 40 arrived at number 40, and it's Bandai Namco's Dark Souls 3: The Fire Fades edition for the PS4 and Xbox One and PC. So if people want to know that means number 5 is Rocket League, 3 spaces. Down 2 to number 4 is LEGO Worlds. Up 2 to number 3 is FIFA 17. Up 1 to number 2 is Grand Theft Auto 5, and still at number 1 is Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands.
How is LEGO World still there? It must just be my copy of the game that's pants.
I don't think it's your copy of the game. I think you got to remember at the same time, it's a game that is suitable for everybody.
Yeah, if it works.
If it works, yeah. I like to point
I mean,
out
I'd be really pissed off if I bought a retail game of that. If it was like, back in the day when we were kids, if I was to buy that for my kids,
yeah,
and then they found out they were whinging and moaning and complaining that the game wasn't working, they'd be really heartbroken.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh, okay, we've only gone back.
He's back.
He's back. Hey mate,
I was still connected on Skype, just wasn't on Skype for some reason.
Yeah, I have no idea why. But yeah, we just did the UK charts. We did the releases. UK charts, just a quick run through for you, mate. Rocket League's number 5, LEGO Worlds number 4, FIFA 17 number 3, Grand Theft Auto number 2, and still at number 1 is Ghost Recon Wildlands. So, yeah, like I said, just a few games to point out, highlight for you that are coming out. Where was we with it? We had that Symphony Machines. That came out today.
Yeah, that's when I put. Yeah,
that's
I mentioned earlier.
So, yeah, I've got. It seems this thing's actually more up to date than I thought it would be. Just have a look here. Puyo Puyo Tetris comes out on the Friday, but I'm doing a one shot next week of it. Mario Kart Deluxe 8 comes out on Friday as well. Dragon Quest Heroes 2 comes out on PS4 and PS3 on Friday, and a game Little Nightmares. Have you heard of that one?
Yeah, that's a little kid in a yellow raincoat type thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah. So that comes out.
You don't see a face, do you? Or
you do see a face, but I think it's the little raincoat that's quite obvious. Yeah. It's very tiny compared to everything else around you. Yeah, that comes out on PS4, PC, and Xbox on Friday as well. Which that looks actually quite fun to play.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, before we go, what we normally do is we talk about stuff that we have planned. Let's start with you, Tattastic. What have you got planned this week?
I don't know if it'll stream some more Sniper Ghost Warrior.
As long as it's not Twitch, because they don't like you with that game.
Yeah, only because I was streamed 3 days before it came out, I think.
So more than likely we're going to see more of Sniper Ghost.
And probably some VR of some sort. I don't know what. But
I wouldn't mind seeing that Symphony of the Machines if you can. Or no, or the one that you've got your hands locked.
Static.
That's it, yeah, Static. That'd be interesting to see some of that, yeah. But anyway, you can catch Tattastic on his on Twitch, twitch.tv/TattasticGamer. You can also find him and his reviews and all that bits and pieces that he does for Games Bulletin and what he does here as well. You can find those at tattasticgamer.com. And of course, tune in on Tuesdays here on your YouTube channel for his not Tuesdays, Wednesdays. Sorry, mine's Tuesday. Yeah. On Wednesday, for example, at the moment he is doing VR Surgeon Simulator ER, which is Surgeon Simulator in VR, basically. Ryan, what about you, mate? Have you got any games planned to play, stuff like that? More than likely, we've got Portal 2, of course. But
Portal
any
2,
streams?
of course. Yeah, well, since I went on that mad search for Manual Samuel, I went and bought it whilst we were streaming, whilst we were in the podcast. So I'll be doing Manual Samuel now.
So any other ones that you want to mention before?
Yeah, I also got Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. I've been after this game for a while because I got it for the 360 years and years ago. And recently you've been able to buy it on offer as a bundle with Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1, but that's rubbish, that game. Whereas Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 is practically the Civil War storyline, like the film we just had.
Yeah.
Well, I say the film, it's more like the comic book, but yeah, I'll be having a bash of that. Maybe invite Paul and Stuart around. It's multiplayer. It's also online, but I don't know anybody else who's got it.
Work things out now.
Yeah, he's all right. He's off, gone to see Alien tonight, so
fair enough.
The reason why he's not here. And also at the weekend, I won't be able to stream it because it's an event. I'll be going to the Winter Gardens in Blackpool to Game Mania.
So if you are in Blackpool and you see Ryan, say hi, I guess.
Hi.
Hi.
So I'll see what that's about, and I'll let you know in the next podcast.
Nice.
You've just got your penis friends if you see him.
No penis friends.
Well, make sure I take a snapshot with a selfie like that.
At the moment, I think that's what him and Paul are. So. Anyway, when Ryan is doing the streaming things, it's usually your Beam channel that you stream on at the moment, isn't it?
Well, it depends. If I want to put it on the YouTube, then I'll have to put it on Twitch. But it seems though you're gonna try and figure it out with Beam.
At the moment, either way, you can catch Ryan. Either he's streaming on beam.pro/IamRyan. By the way, Tattastic, you're on Beam as well, because you've been doing the restream stuff at the same time.
I've been doing restream,
Yeah, yours is on, like we said, Twitch, but also beam.pro/Tattastic Gamer, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Is that the only two that you do? That's all right.
And I do on YouTube.
And YouTube, of course, but youtube.com/
Tattastic Gamer.
Yeah. But also with Ryan, you can also catch him on Twitch if he's on there, twitch.tv/IamRyan for his stuff. For me, though, my plans this week, of course, like I said, we are going to try and organise it as quickly as possible to get Descent into Insanity stuff out to you, but most of it will probably be keeping off to be for later content. But we'll try and get some of the stuff out that was on there. But stream plans I've got for this week, we either Thursday or Friday, me and Hanksy will be doing our WWE predictions for Payback, which is, of course, this Sunday, which will also be available on our YouTube channel on Sunday as well. I will also be doing my one-shot this week. Like I said earlier, I'll be doing Puyo Puyo Tetris. It's very Japanesey. That's all I'm saying. There's so many colours.
I played the demo on the Switch. It's very Japanesey.
I like it though. I'll say that now. But yeah, I'm going to be playing that for my one shot this week. And also, of course, tune in. We'll more than likely be doing Portal 2 either this week or next week with me and Ryan. We're going to try and finish the co-op off on that. And
we're in uncharted territory now.
Yeah, we're in uncharted territory where GLaDOS still hates me.
Well, we've done them separately, haven't we, up until now?
Yeah. So this is going to be a very interesting one that's coming out. But if we've got any other plans, of course, like any of us three, if you want to find out if we are doing any kind of streams, more than likely, if anywhere is going to say it, it's going to be our Twitter pages. So find me at GDW2007, at Tattastic Game, and at I am Ryan, and also at Crave Your Game on Twitter. For me, of course, my twitch.tv/GDW2007. beam.pro/crave your game, and this is going to be fun. youtube.com/crave your games, where all three of us have videos. Ryan's this week, of course, him going down into the CTG basement. Tattastic is a Surgeon Simulator, and mine this week was the Sexy Brutale. I ended up doing the first 2 missions on that. That was a lot of fun. I do recommend anyone get that game. It's a fun game to play. Any videos that you guys recommend apart from our singles?
Let me have a look. I do want to see this Surgeon Simulator and compare it to how terrible you did.
1 minute. Before Ryan says it, I recommend go and watch our Portal 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I was going to recommend Surgeon Simulator.
Yeah, Surgeon Simulator.
Just to see how easier it is with VR.
Tattastic, what about you? And please, nothing. I want something more than no this week. This is the part where everyone goes and grabs their phones to check what's actually come out this week. While they look for it, of course, I also recommend if you're 18 and over and you want to join a very friendly community, go to cravethegame.proboards.com. And, of course, for the audio version of the podcast, you can find that at craveyourgame.wordpress.com as well. So, yes, if you want to listen to this while you're walking around, we have it on iTunes. So search for Crave Your Game on iTunes. We pop up, and you can subscribe to us on there and listen to us on your walk to work or school.
I would recommend the Gamera one.
Gamera, yes.
Gamera. Yeah, definitely.
Yes. If you
so you can understand the joke.
Yeah, if you want to listen to me and Ryan basically fall into a laughing fit, go and watch that because it was a ton of fun to play and watch back as well. Actually, there is a game that I want to say that I might be doing in probably by the end of May, just for the fact of what date it does actually stand for. Have you guys heard of a game called Valiant Heart?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Well,
unbelievable game.
I went back and looked at the ending of that game again, and if people don't know what Valiant Heart is, it's basically a game that is set using letters and notes that were sent to people during the First World War, and basically they built a game surrounded by what these notes basically were saying to people through it, and the last note of the game, the date is June 1917. So I want to try and play the game through by the time that comes out. I do recommend it because I think I'm not scared to say this, but this I think this is the only game that the ending, and a lot of people who have also been affected, that actually did make me cry. With this game.
I've got this.
Yeah,
I have got it. I've just not played much of it.
Yeah,
it's really, really good.
It's really, really good. I think when people, especially in a time where we've got other game companies making games about the World War and World War II, even though this as well, this isn't an indie game. This is a UbiArt game as well. So it's a Ubisoft game. Who made this?
It's the 2D one, right? With the
it's the 2D one.
You've got the dog.
Yeah, with the dog. Yeah, the dog.
Don't tell me anything because I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, don't worry about it. But I would say this is the best game that portrayed the war.
Hits you in the feels, does it?
It really hits you in the feels. To a point that, like I said, it made me cry when I first played it. And when I got reminded about it, I went back to look at the end of it. I was in tears again at the end of it. Even though I knew what was happening, what was going to happen, it still hit me again. So expect to see
kind of like Unraveled then. I mean, that had the same effect at the end.
This one, the thing is with Unraveled, yeah, you had the feelings of that. This one will be straight away, because I think it's more the fact that it was based on
true events.
True events. Really. So expect to see that coming out. Me doing a stream of that soon, as well for it.
Oh wow! Okay.
Just for the fact that it is a game that really has a lot of feeling for it. So Sad note to leave it. A good note and a sad note to leave it on there. So
if you want to see GD cry like a baby, then yeah.
If you want to see me cry, yeah, yeah, there's that game that's coming. So
which I'm surprised Outlast didn't do.
Like I said, my way of looking at Outlast is basically I would not act like that. I would smack the guy across the head with a steel pipe that I find.
Fair enough.
Not run away like screaming like a gill, Ryan.
There's no coming back from that.
So on that note, guys, thank you for joining us for the CTG podcast. This is episode 141. We will be back next week, which will be May. Yeah, May already, guys. Feel that. Think of that. Yeah. For episode 142. But until then, thank you. And happy Gentleman Creeper Day, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
Right in the fields, people. Right in the fields. You're really going to be messing with the coins. Now we've been sued by Nintendo. Oh, great.